Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I will continue explaining the book of Tawheed of Sheikh Muhammad bin Abdul Wahhab rahimahullah. A very good book of Tawheed that has been accepted by the Muslims. It has been translated It has been explained by different Sheikh, like Sheikh Imam Saadi of our time, Imam Ibn Taymiyyah, the Sheikh of the Imam Ibn Taymiyyah, the student of Saadi. The grandsons of Sheikh Muhammad Abdul Wahhab, they have all explained this book, and Alhamdulillah, it is a very beneficial book that we ask the student of knowledge and the scholars to teach the Muslim this book, because the Sheikh has categorized it in a very good manner that even an ignorant person can understand when you read this book. And you don't have to have many ilm for you to understand this book, or you don't need even a sheikh to explain to you. You can read this book and understand it, because it's very clear. The verse is very clear. The hadith is very clear. The word of the it is very clear, and some even words that has been used by the sheikh, they are very clear. So it's a very nice book. And if you are able to memorize it, you can memorize it. So today we are in the chapter Babu Ta'amin Ashara, the chapter 18. Babu Maja and Nasab al-Kuf. This chapter it talks about what? It talks about the reason for the kufr Bani Adam, the disbelief of the children of Adam. وَتَرْكِمْ دِينُ and leaving their religion. هو غلو في السن is the exaggeration, or going extreme in praising the righteous people. Imagine the first shirk that happened on this earth was because of excessive exaggeration to the righteous people. That was the first kufr which happened in the common. People happened to it from Adam until the people of Noah. So people exaggerated in the righteous people, and shirk occurred because of being extreme with the righteous people. So Allah Ta'ala, Ya Ahl al-Kitab la taqlu fi dinikum. Allah said to the Ahl al-Kitab. The Ahl al-Kitab here is the Ahl al-Kitab. If you hear Ahl al-Kitab, they are Christian and Yahud. Even if they have changed their book, they are still called Ahl al-Kitab. So they are Ahl al-Kitab until now, and until the time Allah wills, they are Ahl al-Kitab, and they are Christian and the Jewish. لا تقولوا في دون. Do not go extreme in religion. Allah tells them, don't go as a religion, because they exaggerated in their religion until the Jewish said وقالت اليهود عزير ابن الله. The Jewish said the Uzair is the son of Allah, والعياذ بالله. وقالت النصارى مسيح ابن الله. The Nasara said the Jesus is the son of Allah. And the Christian, the Jewish themselves, they went extreme until they took their scholars. They took their scholars as gods beside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah said, ittakhadu ahbarahum wa ruhbanahum arbaban min dunya. They took their ittakhadu ahbarahum. Ahbar, these are the scholars of the Jewish. Wa ruhbanahum, and ruhban are the worshippers of the Christians. Ittakhadu ahbarahum wa ruhban arbaban. They took them as gods beside Allah, min dunillah. You see, so the Jewish were extreme until they took their righteous people as gods besides Allah. These people, the Christians also were extreme. They took the Jesus as God. They took Jesus as the Son of God. They took Jesus as one of the three. This called Trinity. One of the three. They say that God is in one, or three is in God. And you can never understand these things that they are saying, but this is what they say. They are even confusing themselves. The Christians are confusing themselves. Some of them will tell you Jesus is God. Some of them, no, it's not God. Some of them will say that God and Allah himself come and enter into Jesus. You'll never understand these people. And you find that they are worshipping the sanam, the cross. And the cross is for it is cross. There is what they claim that their God. Their God was died upon. And you find out if a person, yani your God was killed upon something, and you love your God, are you going to honor that thing, or you are going to break it? Yani you are supposed to break it, sir. But you'll find out the Christian, they wear it on their neck. They put it in their church, and they even put a surah. There's an image of Jesus that they put. And even if you ask them, is this Jesus? They will, no one is even sure that who saw Jesus among them. Leave alone seeing Jesus. They don't even know. The person who wrote the Bible didn't see Jesus, or even didn't see the disciples of Jesus. You see? But now someone is bringing some image saying that this is Jesus, or they created those images on the sanam, and say that yani this is Jesus. That is not Jesus, because Jesus, Allah lifted him up when they wanted to kill him. When the Jews wanted to kill him, Allah lifted him up and took him to the heaven. وَمَا قَتَلَهُ وَمَا صَلَبُهُ. They didn't kill him, or they didn't crucify him. وَلَكِنْ شُبِّهَ لَهُم. It is resembled to them. And it became to them like who they are crucifying. They saw it as a Jesus. Maybe it might be a young man who decided to give his life for Jesus, so they can get paradise, or is that Judas himself who Allah put the face of Jesus on him, so they crucified the Judas, or that young man from the Orlean, the companions of Jesus. So now these people they hesitate in Jesus, and Jesus said, and Jesus told them, La. But Jesus is not God. Jesus is a Muslim who is a servant of God, and will come at the end time, and will kill the pigs. He will destroy that cross that they are saying is Jesus, and he will be with the Muslims. He will marry, and he will die. So they say Jesus is God, or Jesus is Son of God. They even say the Mary is the Son of God. So the Christians, they are upon misguidance, and their misguidance increases day and day. You even hear them. Someone, if you hear a Christian is in church and speaking, he says speak in tongues, and I don't know if he's possessed with shaitan. And someone even is speaking something which you don't understand. So you saying, well, if you hear it's something that you might laugh, but yani we should not be laughing. We should be happy that we are upon the true knowledge of the religion. We are worshipping our God upon knowledge. We should not laugh at them, but what they are doing, and someone might laugh. They are doing some things that yani even the crazy person won't accept that by his mind. Like this, there's this guy from yani Kenyan. He tells they call their followers ships. Just imagine. The Sufis call their followers muridi. They are muridi, yeah. So the Christians call their followers ships, flocks. So this guy tells his flocks that yani, take out your phones. There will be money entering just in the air, just go in circulation, in any motion circulation, and the money will enter your phone. Just imagine. Have you ever had money entering through that process? Where? In which process? Even the scientifically they will not accept that. So and they are the masakin, they believe him, and they do that. They follow them because Allah said in the Quran, Allah said in the Quran, inna kathiran min al-ahbar wal-ruhban la yakuluna amwal nas bil-batil wa yasuddun an sabilillah. Inna kathir, most of the scholars of the Jews, wal-ahbar, and the worshippers of the Christian, or their scholars, la yakuna amwal nas bil-batil, they eat the people, or the money of the people, and the Christians, they eat their money bil-batil. They ask them to bring charity, but that charity will not go to the people, the right people. the charity will go into their pockets. That's why you find a person, he was poor, and he didn't have any money, but all of a sudden when he opens a church, he started driving a Prado. Where do you think that money comes from? That's the money which comes from their flocks. They take that money from them, and they don't use it in a proper way, or they take bribe so that they give a ruling from the religion which is false, or they want to please a leader or to please someone, so they say something which is lie, so that they take the money. They eat the money of the people with battle, and ويصدون عن سبيل الله, and they avert people from the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They avert people from Islam. They'll tell their flock that Islam is a bad religion. They tell Islam is terrorism. They tell Islam is a religion which destroys, they blow up people. That's what they tell the Christians, and actually they don't know anything about Islam. What they only know about Islam is that Islam is a religion which kills. That's what many of the Christians now believe about Islam. This is the work of these pastors. They are the one who are averting them from becoming the truth, becoming the Muslims, because Islam was a religion which was built for human being. It accepts even the intellectual of human being, the life of human being. It accepts. No one who hears Islam for the first time will reject Islam. The mind of also cannot reject. It's a very good religion that even you hear for the first time, if some person tell you, you'll just accept it, because the religion that your God that created you, built it for you. He knows you, your God, so he built this religion for you. That's why a person will accept it. That's why you hear some of the Christians will cry when they hear Quran. The Najashi, when he heard the Quran, he cried. Allah said in the Quran, وَإِذَا سَمِعُوا مَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ, when they hear what is revealed to you, O Muhammad, تَرَى أَعْيُنُهُمْ تَفِيضُ مِنَ الدَّمِ, you will see their eyes overflowing with tears. تَرَى أَعْيُنُهُمْ تَفِيضُ مِنَ الدَّمِ مِمَّا عَرَفُوا مِنَ الْحَقِّ, from what the truth they have known. وَيَقُولُونَ رَبَّنَا آمَنَّا, they say that our Lord we have believed. فَاكْتُبْنَا مَا شَهِدِينَ, write us among those who are witness. This is what they say. But right now, the Christians of right now, they have been removed from the truth. They hate Islam. They even go and kill Muslims. Now they are not the before. They welcome Muslims. Come, the Muslims stay with them. No one even harms them. But right now they are harmed. They are killed. Like Bosnia, the UN say there's a place for UN. The Muslim went and stayed there, so they left them there. They were slaughtered and killed over 2,000. In Palestine, you see in Palestine, what is happening in Palestine? Muslims are being killed. In China, those are not Christians. But even in Palestine, they are not Christians, they are Jewish. But the Christians killed the Muslims in Bosnia. We ask Allah for safety and well-being. So this is the condition of the Christians with the Muslims, and they have exaggerated in their religion until the religion of Christians. They built a religion which is not the religion of Jesus. Even if they claim that the Christian is the religion of Jesus, it's not the religion of Jesus. Or even the Judaism is not the religion of Musa or the religion of Ibrahim. Allah said, وَمَا كَانَ إِبْرَاهِيمَ يَهُودِيًّا وَلَا نَصْرَانِيًّا. Ibrahim was not a Yahudi, was not a Jewish or Nasara or a Christian. وَلَكِنْ كَانَ مُسْلِمًا, but he was a Muslim. Hanifan, upon Tawheed, singling out Allah in worship only. Worship Allah alone. He doesn't worship other than Him. Hanifan, وَلَمْ يَكُنْ مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ, and he was not of those who do shirk, of polytheists. يا أهل الكتاب لا تغلوا في دينكم. Allah tells them, the Christian Jewish, do not exaggerate in your religion. في الصحيح أن ابن عباس رضي الله عنهما في قوله تعالى, ابن عباس explained this ayah. وقالوا لا تذرن آلهتكم, they said don't leave your gods. ولا تذرن ودا, do not leave waddan. Waddan is the name of a righteous person. ولا سواء, and even the Suwa is the name of a righteous person. ولا يغوتا ويعقوب ونسرا, these are the names of the righteous people, of the people of Noah. These are 5 names. They are 5 names. They are not 4. So yani these people, these names are the names for the righteous people of the Qawm Nu, because the Qawm Nu, before the people were upon Tawheed until this time come when these people died. So when these people were perished, they perished. The shaitan came on them and give them the wahy of shaitan yani. So he came to them and told them, uh, the yani if you yani you should build as a sanam, an idol, or a statue, and write by their names, so that they will remind you of them, and of their righteousness, and of the amal that they did, so that you become, so that you'll do amal, and it will remember them. Like the Sufis now, they carry the tasbih. There's this thing that they count with them, the subhanallah, alhamdulillah, this one, which they use it to count it. They say that yani, this one, if I carry it, I will remember making dhikr. So but the best way is what? To count it with your finger. So shaitan yani has removed them from the sunnah, and took them to something which is not sunnah. But no one is saying it's bid'ah. But yeah, because yani it is just something which is used to actually it is bid'ah, because there is evidence to show that you can use it. Prophet in hadith, Prophet they said what? Prophet yani كان يعقده بيمينه, yani if Prophet to make tasbih, he used to fold his fingers, يعقد yani with his right finger. So that is the hadith. So I don't know this one which comes from, which they get from. So this one is even against the hadith. The hadith yani says he used to do it with folding it with his right finger, and that one, because it will come a day of human and be a witness for you, and it will make shafa for you, your right hand, because for the thing that you for the tasbih and the dhikr that you do. And so yani this is the shair of Sufia. If you see someone yani carrying that beads, know that that they are slogans of the Sufis. Most of the Sufis currently, they are known by that beads. You'll find one of them darwish, they are called darwish, wearing it yani crossing it over his body, just doing that dhikr. See, this is how shaitan plays with people. I know. So they also, these people also were told that yani, by you doing this by you creating that that thing which is haram, because that's an image which is haram. So they made it, and at the end of time, after those people died, the generation they were the other generation, the people, the shaitan come and told the people that their forefathers used to worship them, and they worship them. Ask Allah for safety and well-being. So Ibn Abbas said in this ayah, "Qala hadihi asma'u rijalun salihin min qawmin Nuh." These are the names of the people of the righteous people from the people of Nuh. فَلَمَّا هَلَكُوا, when these people perished, أوحى الشيطان إلى قومهم, shaitan inspired to their people, and أنسبوا إلى مجالسهم, then they should erect in their gathering place, الذي كانوا يجلسون فيها, in the place that they used to gather and sit, فيها أنسابا, and they put their ansab, and they put their these idols, وسموها بأسماء, and they named it by their names. You see, look at the shaitan. Allah said, فَأَلَّا تَتَّبِعُوا الشَّيْطَانَ, do not follow the shaitan. إِنَّهُ يَرَاكُمْ وَقَبِيلُهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا تَرَوْنَهُمْ, they see you and his kabila, or his children, from where you don't see them. And shaitan, he swear to Allah that he will mislead this ummah. So anything that will take you from the right way, remember that zone is the kutwatu shaitan. You are following kutwatu shaitan. Should beware, because shaitan is your enemy, and take him as enemy. Innahu aduwwan lakum fattakhidhu aduwwan. Is your enemy. Allah said so, take him as an enemy. So shaitan is your number one enemy, who you should take as an enemy, because he is working day in and day night to mislead you from the right way. The shaitan wants you to go to the hellfire, because he knows that you will enter the hellfire. He knows that. Ainam. And Ainam. And is jealousy of human being, because Allah has honored the human being and told the Iblis and the Malaikas to make sujood for the human being, for the Adam. The Malaika refused. The angels accepted, but the Iblis refused. You see, so the enmity started before. Even come and kick the he say that is this yani who God has favored over me? I said that is this Allah's favor over me, and because Adam was created from clay, and he was created from the flameless smoke. So he said that yani, and this one was created from clay, and I'm created from a smokeless flow. I'm better than him. This is the keeper of the Iblis, waliyadu billah. And actually, the scholar says that yani, even if you look, yani if you ponder, you'll find out that the clay is better than the smokeless fire, because the fire only destroys, but the clay, it brings alive from it. The human beings were created from the clay. The animal, the food gathered from the clay. Many things gathered from this clay, and clay can the clay can extinguish the fire. So it is even better than the fire. Now, so this the people of Noah did that. But this time there were people with ilm. So no one, Shaitan knew that this time he can't come to them and tell them to worship them, because they were people of knowledge at that time, and so Shaitan just waited. Shaitan is very patient. Yani takes you by step by step. It doesn't just come absolutely say you worship other than Allah, or just worship them, these idols. No, he will come by first doing something which looks good, and then everyone will say, we all of us, we want to do good, so they will accept it. And this is and this is haram, because what they did is haram, so they will do it. So now at this time they didn't worship those false gods. No, it has not become false gods right now. Right now they just say they remind them of doing worship to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hatta إذا هلك أولئك, after these people who died before them, that they have knowledge, and the first generation died, ونسي العلم, and the ilm was forgotten. People have become juhal. Like right now the ilm has been forgotten. People are occupying themselves with knowledge which is not benefiting to them, or knowledge which is not more important than the knowledge of the religion. Yeah, you find that a person doesn't know anything about this religion. He doesn't know Tawheed. You ask him what is Tawheed, he tell you La Rabbi Allah, and there is no Lord except Allah. That's what he tell you. And if you tell him the three categories of Tawheed, he doesn't know. Where is Allah? He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Even if you ask him, did you pray like the Prophet? He will say no. Go and ask people, how many of you prayed like Prophet? People don't know the prayer of the Prophet. Ask a person who went to do Hajj. How he just went there, he made the stories there, and he just returned without performing Hajj. Zakat, people don't know Hajj. Siyam, people don't know how to fast. People don't know how to fast according to Sunnah. And this is the condition of the Muslims. People, those who are learning also, maybe they are not learning They are learning because of to get something from this world. Maybe some people are learned, but they learn from the scholars who are innovators, so they misguide them, and the students also turn to be misguiders. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, إن الله لا ينتزع هذا علما انتزاعا في صدور الناس. Allah will not remove this ilm انتزاعا في صدور الناس from the chest of people, just at one time he removes it. ولكن ينتزع بقبض الأمة, ولكن he will take this ilm by the killing of the scholars. حتى لا يبقى حلم, حتى there will be no a scholar inside with the people. اتخذ الناس رؤوسا جهالا, people will take their leaders or their scholars as people who are ignorant. اتخذ الناس رؤوسا جهالا فسئلوا, they will ask them for fatwa. فسئلوا فافتوا, and they give fatwa these people. وَدَلُّوا وَأَدَلُّوا, they go misguide, they become misguided, and they misguide others. So this is the condition of the people right now. And you find out that the leaders, many leaders who are over the Muslims are ignorant of the religion of Islam. The leaders themselves are ignorant of the religion. They don't want to do, many of the leaders of the Muslim right now, they don't want to rule with the Sharia of Islam. You find out they use the Sharia which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They are the puppets of the kuffars. They do what the kuffars tell them. This is the condition of the Muslims. And we find that any government that the Muslims have right now, behind them is they are kuffars. And just look, for example, the Afghanistan. The Afghanistan, the Taliban used to fight the Americans. At the end, they became together. So Americans gave them Kabul, because Americans just took their weapons and left. And the Taliban came and took the government. So everyone is puppet. Even Afghanistan, the Taliban are puppet for Americans. And even every government. No, astaghfirullah. I don't know if the Afghan Taliban are puppet of the Americans, but most of the Muslim leaders, they are puppets of the kuffars. They are being helped by the kuffars. So now the leaders and the scholars, most of the Muslims that have, they are ignorant of the religion of Islam. They know the religion of Islam, and those who know also follow their desires, or they want money, so they give fatwa according to their own desires. وقال ابن القيم said, قال غيره واحد من السلف, and more than one of the Salaf said it. لما ماتوا أكفوا, when these righteous people died, they devoted themselves على قبورهم, at their graves. And these people go and did itikaf, they worship them. They just made itikaf, they just went there and stayed, but they didn't worship them. And itikaf is not allowed except in masjid. So this is bidah. They went there and did itikaf at the graves. You see, the mushrikeen of today are doing itikaf at the graves. So these people right now, they are not mushrikeen, but they were on the way to becoming mushrikeen, because they started doing itikaf there, and at the end they worship them. Like it became saying, لما ماتوا كفوا على قبورهم, they made itikaf at the grave. ثم صوروا تماثيلهم. Then they made images of those people. ثم طال عليهم الأمد. Then the time passed, a long time passed. فعبدوهم, you see, and they worship beside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what is that? These people, they innovated to religion by going to devote themselves and doing itikaf at the graves. Doing itikaf at the graves is not allowed. They went to itikaf at the graves, and this is a means of shirk. After some times, it took them to the shirk. Like that now, the Sufis say that we don't ask Allah directly. We ask Allah bitijai righteous person. And they don't want to ask Allah directly, because they say they have a lot of sins, and this guy who died, he was a righteous person, was a good person, So let us pass through him, and then we go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask Allah through his status. This is a means of shirk. So in the end, they will worship that person, like the other Sufis have done. The Quburin worship the grapes. They worship other than Allah. If you ask them why do you worship other than Allah, they say we ask for them shafa. So they name the intercession to be shirk. Allah says subhanallah mushrikun. The mushrikeen of today, if you ask them why do you worship the grapes, they will say wallahi we know that they don't have strength in creation, they don't have strength in providing, they don't have strength in arranging the affairs, but not minhum shafa, but we ask for them intercession. You see, the same thing the Abu Jahl and the kuffar of the Quraysh said, the mushrikeen of our today are saying it. Nafsu shay. Allah understand. And someone says, no, this ummah has not happened into, there's no shirk in this ummah. These Quburiyin, they claim they're Muslim, they are kuffars. So you say shirk has not occurred. What about these Quburiyin? And there are many where right now in the country of the Muslims. You'll find them in Aljazair, you'll find them in Misri, you'll find them in Sudan, you'll find them in Yemen, you'll find them here in Kenya. Let alone some of them are worshipping even trees here in the place that I live. Near the place that I live, they worship trees. They make prostration to Allah. They glorified the traces of their sheikh, who is called Sheikh who is he called? Sheikh Hussein. They glorify the trace of Sheikh Hussein, because Sheikh Hussein used to carry a tree which has got like a branches. So they take the tree like that. They say no, they are not glorified it because they does not remain. But this tree that Sheikh Hussein used to carry, they make a tree like that and they carry it. It resembles the tree of the Sheikh Hussein. So they carry that tree. You'll find them. They carry that tree, and in the place the tree will stand, there will be a lot of tree like that, and they will come and make prostration to that tree beside Allah. Maybe they will say, no, we are just making prostration to honor him. They say this is not worshipping, but we know that any prostration is what? Is worshipping. Me, if I make sujood, I only make sujood to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If I bow in ruku, I only bow to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you see someone bowing to other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in ruku, that one is doing a worship. But many of them don't know what is worship. They think the worship is salah only. They think worship is sadaqah, is siyam only. They will tell you, me I go to salah, I pray my 5 daily prayers. But you'll find him going to the sheikh and making prostration to the sheikh. You ask him, why, brother? He say, nah, you people, you don't understand. This is not ibadah. You tell you this is not ibadah, but this is ibadah, this is shirk. That is most of them, that is what they're being taught. I had in my ears a sheikh explain to people that you should prostrate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a masjid, in a big masjid, in a place called Managil. I had it with my ears. I was passing just there. I was in Sudan. Walai, the people are upon ignorance. But what we know is that this is shirk. These people are doing shirk. But even if they don't know this is shirk and prostrating to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there is no excuse there. Every person knows that if you prostrate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is shirk, because you only supposed to prostrate in salah. You prostrate to Allah only. Like it's not allowed for you to prostrate. It's not allowed for you to prostrate to Allah in salah. Then it's not allowed for you to prostrate even in outside the salah to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is the shirk. That is kufr that they have done. Because what is ibadah? Ibn Taymiyyah said al-ibadah ismun jami' likulli ma yuhibbu Allah wa yarda. Ibadah is a collective time. لكل ما يحب الله ويرضى, for everything that Allah loves and is pleased with. من الأقوال, from أقوال, والأفعال, أفعال is what? Like bowing. That's when is salah. All this is salah. من الأقوال, والعبادة اسم جامع لكل ما يحب الله ويرضى. من الأقوال, from expression, like saying لا إله إلا سبحان الله والحمد لله. والأفعال, like bowing in sujood, ruku, prostrating and bowing in ruku, like doing jihad. All this is ibadah, calling to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. من الأقوال والأفعال داهرة Afal which is dahira, afal which is seen like that praying the salah, that one is dahira, prostrating, that is dahira. من الأقوال اللي بدأ اسمه الجاني كل ما هي بدور ده من الأقوال والأفعال، من الأقوال والأفعال داهرة والباطنة. داهرة which is seen and which is not seen. That which is not seen, like khushu in your heart, tawakkul, mahabba, you love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you love someone like Allah, that one you have done shirk. If you fear someone like you fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you have done shirk. That is the work of the heart. It is hidden, no one can see. Like love, no one can see love. Like we don't see wind. You also see, you don't see love. You don't see fear. The fear is in our heart. So the ibadah is very many. Ibadah is very many. So what they are doing is that they are doing shirk. Even if they will say that we are honoring this tree, or we are not doing ibadah, we ask Allah for safety and well-being. وعن ابن وعن رضي الله عنه الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم قال, from رضي الله عنه, from reporting from the messenger of Allah صلى الله عليه وسلم, that the messenger of Allah صلى الله عليه وسلم said, لا تدروني, Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, do not exaggerate in me, لا تدروني كما أطرد النصارى ابن مريم, like the Nasara, the Christians exaggerated in praising Ibn Maryam, the son of Mary. What did they say? What did the Nasara say? The Christians say that he is God, is Allah, or is one of the three, or he's the son of God. إنما عبد, Prophet says, I'm an abd. If a prophet is a slave, he cannot be worshipped. Those who are worshipping him should not worship him, because he's a slave. Prophet died. Prophet can't help you now. Prophet has died. He's in his grave. The companions buried him while Prophet died. They didn't bury a person who is alive. They buried someone who is dead. How can a person who has died help you? A prophet has died. Inna man abd, I'm abd. Even if he was alive, I'm saying I'm an abd when he was alive. That's why he cannot even be worshipped. Leave alone, let him die when he died. If he was alive, Prophet cannot be worshipped. Inna man abd faqul Abdullah, say I'm a servant of Allah. Wa Rasulu, and a messenger of Allah. This is his attributes. That he is a slave of Allah, and he is his messenger. A slave of Allah, that means he can't be worshipped. Allah said, in kullu man fis samawati wal ardi illa ati ar-rahmani abda. Everything that in the heavens and earth, they will come in front of Allah as a servant. وكلهم ياتي يوم القيامة فردا. And everyone will come to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the day of Qiyamah fard, alone. They don't possess anything. No one. Everyone is a slave. So how can they be worshipped? The slaves can't be worshipped. Allah created them. They can't be worshipped. وَرَسُولُهُ, and they are his messengers. So you should believe in the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Christians should believe what the Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam brought. The Jews should believe. The worshippers of the graves should believe in what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam brought. The worshippers of cows should believe in what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has brought. Those who claim there is no God, they should believe in what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has brought, because Prophet is the messenger for all of them. It's not only for Muslims. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam didn't come only to the Arabs or those who have become Muslims alone. Prophet Muhammad came to every creation on this earth, from the jinn and from the ins. From the jinn, the jinn aliens, they call the jinns aliens. From the aliens and the human beings, all of them, their prophets is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is the last prophet. They should believe in him, and whoever hears about the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and does not believe in him, Allah will throw him in by his face into the hellfire. Prophet said, لا يسمع به يهودي ولا نصراني ثم لا يؤمن بما جئت به. Any a Yahudi and Nasara will not, a Christian and Jew will not have, do not have, لا يسمع به يهودي ولا نصراني ثم لا يؤمن بما جئت به. Yani a Jew and a Christian will not hear about the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has brought. ثم لا يؤمن بما جئت به, then he doesn't believe what I have come with. ثم لا يؤمن بما جئت به إلا يكون من السابقين الرب, إلا he will be of the people of the nar. لا يسمع به يهودي ولا نصراني. يعني a Jewish and a Christian will not hear from me يعني المهم the hadith speaks that the Christian and Jew will not, they will not hear from the Prophet and not accept what he has said, or and do not believe in what the Prophet has brought, except that will be the companions of the hellfire. That's the meaning of the hadith. I know. So they should believe in the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وعنه رضي الله عنه قال رسول صلى الله عليه وسلم, from also Ibn Umar رضي الله عنه, he said that قال رسول صلى الله عليه وسلم, the messenger of Allah صلى الله عليه وسلم said, إياكم والغلو, يعني beware of غلو, فإنما أهلك من كان قبلهم غلو, what has perished those before you, and what has destroyed those before you, it is يعني it's غلو, يعني it is extremism. ولمسلم عن ابن مسعود رضي الله عنه رسول صلى الله عليه وسلم قال هلك الممتنعون, Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم said هلك يعني they destroyed are those who are do extreme in the religion. فقال حتى they said these ثلاثة, any person who will be go extreme in his religion will be destroyed, or his religion he will, and the religion will overcome him and will become a kafir. So you should take the moderate way.